certainly Commissioner Jordan for bringing this item forward, and commend Pact. When you look at Pact, Pact is a cross-section of churches and groups in the community who have come together, and they're a forceful group to deal with. You know, and when you see that kind of a cross-section of individuals coming together and promoting, you know, this kind of an item, it tells you that there's broad support, you know, throughout the county, you know, for it. And so I want to thank them, and certainly thank you, Commissioner Jordan.
1F2 public hearing. Ordinance amending Chapter 2 of the Code of Miami-Dade County, Florida, creating Section 2-2092 of the Code of Miami-Dade County, Florida, establishing first source hiring referral program, providing severability, inclusion in the code, and an effective date. That is the public hearing item plus 1F2 supplement.
And I am here to ask that the Board of County Commissioners pass the first source referral hiring ordinance. This is an opportunity for the Board of County Commissioners to do something that's for the people of this county, giving them an opportunity to be interviewed first and be given an opportunity to be considered for employment here in South Florida. There is a saying in Spanish that says, "En casa del herrero, cuchillo de palo," which means that in the house of the blacksmith, they have a wooden knife. And basically speaking, it points to the fact that when you have resources, you're giving them to someone else and not to your own. And here we have an opportunity to be fair and balanced for our very own residents. As member of the clergy and of the broader community, I ask that you please consider passing this first source referral hiring ordinance. Unemployment rates are too high. In certain pockets of the county, they are as high as 38%, and we cannot afford to have such discriminate hiring practices that do not give our own people an opportunity to be considered for employment here. And so I beseech you to pass this ordinance. Thank you very much.
I do want to congratulate you, Commissioner Jordan, and also members of Pact for assisting Commissioner Jordan and bringing this ordinance forth. I'm very proud to be here supporting this. As someone stated earlier, there are areas in this community where the unemployment rate is 30% plus. And if this encourages in any way, reducing that high percentage rate of unemployment, even if it comes down to 20-some.
First of all, let me say good morning to everyone, and I would first like to thank the members of Pact, People Acting for Community Together, for being persistent, for doing a lot of research on this issue, and for having the dedication and commitment to stick to it throughout this process. And it has been a 2-year journey. About 18 months of that has been directly with my office. And I am very proud to bring this item forward because I think that it is something that gives us a first blush at making sure that we get the assurances that people who are being hired through county contracts actually have an opportunity to be from Miami-Dade County. I think it's a lesson well learned based on what I know and what most of us have heard about what happened with the Marlins Stadium and people coming from outside the county. So although some of the unions may experience 60% of their employees coming from Miami-Dade County, that is not always the case with all of our county contracts. And I think this gives us an opportunity to make sure that that happens. It is the first source ordinance does not dictate who companies can or cannot hire. It simply provides the opportunity to provide companies that are doing business with Miami-Dade County, qualified individuals in Miami-Dade County, to consider hiring. The companies do not have to go out and seek those people themselves. Those individuals, South Florida workforce, will take in 24 hours, send them a list of qualified individuals for the jobs that are being decided upon for those companies. They will send them a list. Within 72 hours, those companies can interview from that list of individuals. If they find there's anyone on that list that they can hire, then they will hire them. If they feel that that person doesn't truly meet their needs, that's a decision that they will make. But at least it will get county people before the employer. At the end of the day, we simply want to place as many qualified Miami-Dade County residents in front of potential employers that we know have a need for their services, and give both parties an opportunity to see if they can work together. I think that we have an opportunity here, and my colleagues, I know that this is something that we have been pushing for years, to try and get some way of making assurances that the people who are being hired using the taxpayers' dollars, that the taxpayers get an opportunity to have the first blush.
I've been a member of this committee, volunteer committee, that's worked on this ordinance for 2 years. We spent the first year meeting with every week with someone from the county manager's office, small business, procurement management. Then we went on to spending extensive time with Barbara Jordan in her office and with the county attorney. So there's been a lot of thought and collaboration that's gone into this. After that, we also met with all of you, and we listened to you, and you had some questions. So the first thing I want to do is address some of those questions you had. Am I going to have to hire people from the list that's given to me? No. This is not mandatory hiring. It is asking these employers to interview people who are presented as qualified applicants by South Florida Workforce. For 5 days only, they are asked to interview these people before going to the public. Am I going to have to lay off my current workforce? Absolutely not. What a stupid idea that would be, right? This ordinance only applies to new hires, new positions or replacement of workers that have quit. Is this the same as the community workforce program that we already have? No, it is not. This goes far beyond construction, and also it has sanctions. It is monitored. It would be monitored through the mayor's office. Fourth thing we were asked is, why South Florida Workforce? I've got all these other employment organizations in my neighborhoods. Well, the reason for South Florida Workforce is that this is the agency in our county and in Monroe County that's responsible for initiating state and federally funded workforce development. They are set up to do this. They don't have to get up and running. They already are up and running. You probably all know Rick Beasley and have worked with him. They are ready right now to start doing this. They also can work with people from anywhere, so that it's not just a local hiring issue. This is an ordinance where everybody wins. Employers are being offered a pre-screened, often pre-trained workforce from which they can draw, and people who may have trouble linking up with available jobs are given the opportunity to be hired through this. So I thank you for supporting it. Most of us have told you we will, and we really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, anyone wishes to be recorded? No? Without objection? Roll call. It's an ordinance. Go ahead, Madam Clerk. You didn't tell me. Thank you.
Commissioner Barrero? Yes. Commissioner Bell?
Yes.
Commissioner Moss?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Monestein?
Yes.
Chairwoman Sosa?
Yes.
The motion passed 5-0.
Thank you. And if
Thank you very much, Madam Chair.